God has a plan, an amazing plan. With all the challenges, with all the difficulties, with all the troubles that He sends our way, He has an incredible plan. None of us know what. None of us can see how. None of us can understand why. And therefore at that point of time, all we do is cry. We can't understand why. If only we understood what the plan is, even while going through that crisis, we would probably smile.
Need motivation?
Watch a top 10 with Believe Nation.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I watch these videos every day because I need them for motivation. Being around successful entrepreneurs every morning helps me believe that I can do great things too. It's like your morning coffee, but for your goals, kickstarting your day with a blast of positivity. So here is a challenge for you. Try watching one video every morning for the next 30 days. And let's find out together if they help you do great things too. If you're in, leave a hashtag Believe in the comments below so I can celebrate with you. So today, let's learn from one of the best, Gaur Gopal Das, and our take on his top 10 rules of success. Believe. Rule number 2 is shift your attention.
Now, being an engineer, I tend to look at everything in terms of equations, math, an engineer by education. And to me, the equation of life, especially dealing with pressures and challenges, has two components to it. Number one is a pie. You know what a pie is? The value of pi? 3.1418. We call it a constant for a reason. You can't change that element in life. There are going to be parts of your life that you have to live with acceptance. You can't change that. You can't change that side of your life, guys. And to try and make an attempt to change that pie is like going against a wall and hitting your head against the wall. The wall doesn't move, guys. Your head hurts. Stop hurting yourself by hitting your head against things that need to be accepted, not fought with. And each one of us is going to have a part of our lives which we need to simply accept and come to terms with. Say, I don't want to waste my precious mental energy, my time and my resources on fighting against something that's absolutely beyond my control. And then that equation has an X. That X is a variable. Healing is about shifting our attention from the pie to X. You feel empowered, you feel happy, you feel energized, you feel confident when you shift your attention to the variable. And I constantly keep telling people, good healing, living a life is about shifting our attention from pie to X. Accepting the pie and working on the X. And what that X is for you, you know best. Each one of us today has a pie to accept and an X to work on. And if we know how to accept that pie and deal with that pie, and if we know how to work on that X, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, life will be different for us. And that's exactly why the world needs healing, not just in terms of therapy, and not just in terms of counseling, not just in terms of, going to somebody and speaking your heart. All that is a part of healing. But in terms of empowering oneself to take up that journey, to move from the pie to the X.
Rule number 3 is build colorful and meaningful relationships.
In each of our lives, we need a lot of color, isn't it? Can you imagine? Look at what I have, guys. Incredible, colorful papers. Orange, blue, yellow, red, pink. We all need color in our life, and our friends make our lives colorful. Chilling, masti, time pass, splaying, teasing, mazak udana, pair khichna, tang khichna makes our life beautiful. I'll tell you what, guys, we all need these colors in our life, isn't it? Friends to make our lives colorful. But what if I do something interesting? If I can ask you, all of you, to say abracadabra. Sure? What if I could turn it into money, guys? What if I turned your black, yellow, blue, pink papers into cash? 500 rupees right here in front of you, guys. You know what? You need colorful life, but you also need valuable life. कलर का पेपर कौन खरीदेगा? कलर का पेपर पिज्जा खरीदेगा? कलरफुल पेपर टिकट बुक करेगा? When value is added to paper, it can buy. So have two kinds of friends in your life. One, like the colorful friends, who will chill, who will add a lot of fun, who will add a lot of color, will add zero value. Won't help you with your skill, won't help you when you're in trouble, won't help you cope up with pressures. They are not the people to talk your mind to, because they are like big mouths will tell the whole world. You can't trust them. They're like colorful papers. Have them. Chill time is important. But along with them, have those friends who will add value to your lives, guys. Very important. Very crucial to have friends who will add value.
Rule number 4 is start your day with gratitude.
As soon as you are up every single day, number 1, begin your day with gratitude. Don't just charge your phones, watches, tablets, or laptops the first thing in the morning. Charge yourself up as well with positivity that will last you all day. And the most powerful of all positive emotions that will make you feel empowered is gratitude. Because it forces you to shift your attention to your blessings than to your problems, which are anyways going to be an integral part of all of our lives. Second, resolve to have a positive vision. Nobody, including ourselves, is perfect. Everybody has a good and a not so good side to them. And the tendency of the mind is to look at the not so good side. Every morning, resolve that you'll try and look at the positive side of people and neglect or deal with the dark side. Because the more we focus on the negative, our mind becomes occupied with others' faults, ruining our work, our day, our peace, our joy, and even our relationships.
Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight our favorite lessons from the video that will inspire you to remember what you learned today and actually apply them. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there. Rule number 5 is live in the present.
And isn't it true, guys? We totally forget to live the today in the worry about the tomorrow or in the regret of the past. The mind's only going in regretting the past. I made this mistake. मेरे से ये गलती हुआ. I failed here. I couldn't do this. I'm so sorry about this. I'm going in that mode of self-pity, regret. Or then, oh my God, what's going to happen? My exams are coming. I have to give this job interview. What about my ratings this year? What about my promotions at work? What about this investment plan? Blah, 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 blah. So Plato said, what surprises me the most is in worrying about the future, people forget the today. And they end up neither living the today nor the tomorrow, neither in the present nor in the future. Today is the day to live. And which is why don't they say that the past is history, tomorrow is mystery, present is a gift that God has given us, which is probably why our present is called a present, because it's a present given to us. And which is why, let's not forget that the regret of the past should improve us, the worry about the future should be an impetus to plan well, but we should not forget that today is a present given to us to live well.
Rule number 6 is grow from pain.
I feel that this world is like a university. And you come to a university to get educated. You come to a university to enhance your know-how. You come to a university to learn.
You come to a university to deepen your understanding about a subject. You come to a university to get a degree, to graduate and start something, right, in the outside world. To me, this world seems to be like a university. Right? It's all about learning. It's all about evolving. It's all about going through the process of enhancing my understanding and educating myself in life. Now, imagine a life where everything was fair. What's the learning? Imagine a life where everything goes exactly the way you want it. What the bloody hell am I learning? Right? Imagine a life where I get what I want, when I want, how I want. Where is my evolution? Do I even have an opportunity to work on myself and everything goes my way? When you go to the gym, you lift weights. You're lifting weights against gravity. Because you lift weights against gravity is when your muscles grow. Growth is a consequence of going against gravity. And going against gravity means suffering. Right? If I put a weight down, bloody hell, no problem. It's just going down. There's no pain in it. But if I have to pick up a dumbbell which is 25 kilos up like this, it's going anti-gravity. And anti-gravity means pain, but pain means growth. Right? Pain means growth. Now, some people will have to go through that pain, and because they're going through that pain just for the heck of going through it, there's no growth. Look at people going to the gym and just swinging without focusing on their muscle. There's no growth. They're just swinging. The muscle's not even lifting the weight. There's no mind-muscle connection, But those who are not just going through it for the heck of it, they see the pain. They know that's anti-gravity. They know there are issues. They know their problems. They know their challenges. And when they consciously try to use it for their growth, that is when growth happens. No pain, no gain. There's no question of growth without pain. You go to a university, it's a hell of a lot of pain. To go through thick, fat books, to write the assignments, to go through the vivas, to write your exams. You have to slog it out like hell if you want a degree from Ivy League university. Go to IIM Ahmedabad and ask any of the students. They're slogging it out. Right? It's painful. But that's the purpose. How do you grow? How do you evolve? How do you learn? How do you progress without having gone through that pain? So to me, you could just call it, this is a world of suffering, suffering, suffering. It's such a negative way of looking at it. And I'm not one of those. I hate looking at the world in a very pessimistic, negative way that, oh, there's so much pain, there's so much. There is pain, undoubtedly. Like you rightly said at the beginning of this question, nobody's life is perfect. And it can't be, right? We're not looking for perfection in our life. We're looking for genuineness and sincerity of commitment to our lives. Right? Perfection nobody can have. But can we be sincere in our life? Yes. Perfect moments nobody can have. Happy moments can we have? Yes. A perfect relationship nobody can have. A happy relationship we can try to have. A perfect home nobody can have. A happy home we can try to have. So I really don't think that, like I said, I don't look at this world just constantly saying it's pain, 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 pain. Oh God, sometimes spirituality and spiritual leaders just bombard people with this. Man, people are going through enough of that stuff. You don't need to tell them that. You need to direct that energy rightly to say, how do you utilize that pain to grow?
Rule number 7 is focus on who you have.
Happiness won't happen. You have to make it happen. Right? You have to craft your own happiness with what you have, not cribbing that I don't have this. Let me see what I have and make things happen for me. In the ashram there, we had bare minimum when I joined. 7 दिन हमको आलू का सब्जी मिलता था. 7 दिन सुबह शाम. क्योंकि जो सस्ते से सस्ता सब्जी था वही आता था. We had nothing. You know what? What we have is not as important as who we have. What we have makes life style a little better. Who we have makes life a little better. Right. And there's a big difference in making your lifestyle better and life better. What you have makes your lifestyle better. You move from whatever apartment to Lotus Empire, it's made your lifestyle better, not life. Don't you ever be under the illusion that because I live in a good building, my life is better. What you have can make your lifestyle better. Who you have can make your life better. Our lifestyle was terrible. 7 days we were eating aloo. But who we had, our friends. I'm telling you, I've had the best time of my life in these 27 years in the ashram. Not because of what we had, we didn't have anything. Because of who we had. It was amazing. Absolutely stunning life. Guys, I will not trade the life I've had for anything in the world. It's not what we have. It's who we have.
Rule number 8 is rest your mind.
When a machine is running constantly, you need to switch it off. Like you have a good mixer grinder. A good mixer grinder which is automated comes with a heat sensor. So when the heat goes up, because it's being used so hard, it shuts off till the temperature goes down before you use it again. That's how a machine is. Every machine needs to be stopped till it kind of gets back to its normal temperature or whatever the parameter is and starts back up again. Look at the human body as a machine. We're non-stop doing so much stuff, and which is precisely why we need to rest so that fatigue is gone, which is why we sleep. What sleep is to the human body, turning off a machine is to a machine. You know? The issue is, even when your body is asleep, the mind is not. मतलब body को switch off करना तो हम लोग करते ही रोज करते हैं. We lie down in bed. Is there any human being who says, no, I don't want to give rest to my body? Nobody. Everybody knows. रात का time हो गया, सोना है. It'll reboot my system. So we consciously give rest to the human body, our bodies. But I don't know if we are resting our minds. A lot of stress that people are going through today is because they're not resting their minds. You know? So much stress, so much stress. People are getting heart attacks. Younger people, 20, 22-year-olds are getting heart attacks. Is that the age to get a heart attack? And they're going to the gym, they're working out. They're ripped and, muscular. They follow a very, very good diet. No gluten-free diets. They've run a vegan diet, a high-protein diet, low-carb diet, very fitness conscious, and they're getting heart attacks. Is the gym giving them a heart attack? Is the diet giving them a heart attack? They're just so stressed, Infertility issues. Infertility and impotence in men. Infertility issues in women are coming from where? It's not always genetic. There's so much stress. So much stress that is causing this. Lower hormone levels in both genders. Imbalanced hormonal levels in both genders. So much stress. Premature aging. Look at younger guys, they look older than their age today. Because so much stress. Graying of hair, receding hairlines, sometimes it's genetic, most times it's stress related. People are not resting their minds. You rest your bodies, but you're not resting your minds. You sleep with anxiety and you don't even know that that's being projected in your dreams, in your REM state of sleep that's coming up to the mind. Which is why when we are talking of dealing with fatigue, there's a physical fatigue, but I think it's very important that we need to deal with our mental fatigue.
Rule number 9. Rule number 9 is discover your purpose.
Mark Twain said something very beautiful. He said, there are two most important days in our lives. First is the day when we were born, and second is the day when we find out why. The day we are born is known to us. The day when we find out why is the day when we probably start discovering our purpose. But I remember one of my visits to London, one of my friends took me to just spend an evening at St. Paul's Cathedral. We were walking in central London, walking around. In fact, I think I had a talk at the House of Commons, and I finished that talk. And after that talk, we were walking around and we came to the St. Paul's Cathedral. And I remember meeting the priest there. And the priest there told me an incredible story of the St. Paul's Cathedral when it was being made. The architect there, probably about 1700s, when he was making this cathedral, one day, he was not known to the people who were working at the construction site. One day the architect just walked around and was just moving around to see what was happening. And he saw a bricklayer laying bricks. He asked the bricklayer, "What are you doing?" The man replied, "Well, I'm laying bricks." He moved a little ahead. He saw another bricklayer. He said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm laying bricks because I need to make money for my family." He moved a little further ahead and he saw another third bricklayer. He said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I've heard that this gentleman, this architect, is creating a spectacular cathedral. And I'm trying to lay the brick in such a way that I can help him in making this cathedral extremely beautiful." Now, you really don't change what you do. We don't change what we do. We have our jobs, we have our families, we have our businesses, we lead. We do what we do and we're going to have to do what we do. It's a shift of mindset that takes us off from the work mode to the purpose mode. Here was one bricklayer who was just doing his work. I'm just doing it for the heck of doing it. Second one is his motivation behind doing it was making money and maintaining a family. Fine, that's a part of the purpose as well. And the third person? Well, there's a spectacular cathedral being created. I'm trying to play my role in a way that I can create an impact and make a difference. It's easy to make a buck. It's hard to make a difference. And at the core of a purpose is how do we make a difference in whatever it is that we do and leave a legacy behind of trying and adding value to the world that we live in.
And rule number 10, the last one before a very special bonus clip, is deal with the cracks.
I once went to a friend's home and this house was extremely fancy, like the walls, the decor, the antique pieces in the house. It was all like classy, and I was sitting there. My friend was just kind of attending to something and going to come and then we were going to sit and chat. So as I was waiting for my friend to finish off some errands that he was looking at, suddenly, one of the beautiful paintings that was framed in a photo frame fell down. Well, मुझे लगा कि earthquake आ गया, कैसे गिरा? I don't know how it fell off. It kind of fell off because I think probably one of the screws was loose, something must have happened. The domestic help probably was cleaning the day before, it was not hanging right, it fell off. Fortunately, it didn't break. The domestic help immediately came, listening to the sound and decided to put it back in its place. But जब वो नीचे गिरा ना, at that time I saw something interesting. Behind the photo frame was a big crack in the wall. उस फ्रेम के पीछे ना एक बहुत बड़ी दरार थी, एक क्रैक था और इन्होंने उस क्रैक को छिपाने के लिए वो फोटो फ्रेम लगा दिया था. When there's a crack in the wall, painting the wall or putting a fancy wallpaper on the wall or hanging a nice painting on the wall or hanging a nice artistic antique piece on the wall doesn't deal with the crack. अगर क्रैक को रिपेयर नहीं करेंगे तो कितना ही फैंसी ऊपर से कुछ भी लगा दीजिएगा, दीवार कमजोर हो रही है. And which is why hiding the crack doesn't resolve the crack. Repairing the crack does. A lot of times in our lives, in our mental health, in our relationships, we try to hide the crack inside. अंदर एक बड़ी दरार होती है. कभी कभी रिश्तों में एक बड़ी दरार होती है. हम लोग उसको अच्छे पेंटिंग से, आर्टिस्टिक
वॉलपेपर से छिपा देते हैं, हॉलीडे पे चलते हैं, एक अच्छी गिफ्ट लेके देते हैं एक दूसरों को, अच्छे मीठे मीठे वर्ड्स बोल के कवर अप करते हैं, लेकिन अंदर जो चल रहा है, वो दरार आ रही है, जो क्रैक आ रही है, उसको छिपा दिया, डील नहीं किया, वी आर कवरिंग अप, वी आर नॉट एड्रेसिंग इट. And a lot of times we try to cover up and camouflage that by distracting ourselves. Watch a movie, go out on a picnic, chat with somebody, or get busy on social media scrolling through reels, watch some shows on OTT platforms and entertain yourself, or probably get into substance abuse, alcoholism, habits that could be a bit not so constructive for our growth and for dealing with the crack. दोस्तों, दीवार पर की दरार को छिपाकर दरार ठीक नहीं होती. दरार को अगर हम रिपेयर करेंगे, if we repair that crack, then every painting, every artistic piece, every wallpaper is an embellishment. Paintings are not a problem, artistic pieces are not a problem, wallpaper are not a problem, they are embellishments if the wall is good. But if the wall has a crack, and if we cover that crack up with these things, instead of being an embellishment, it just becomes a cover up, guys. Therefore, the most important aspect is to be able to deal with the crack and not go by a cover up. Time does fly. Time has two wings and one peak. Like an airplane. The two wings of the plane called time are past and future. Yesterday and tomorrow are the two wings. And the bonnet, that front peak, is the present. Hawai jahaj hai samay. And time flies like a plane flies. Don't allow that plane to fly in the autopilot mode. किधर भी जा रहा है. 4 साल निकल गया, किधर भी जा रहा है. Time may fly, but you are the pilot of the plane. You have to decide where to take your time. You have to decide where to invest your time. You have to decide how to utilize our time. Otherwise, time is just flying wherever it wants to. वक्त निकल जाएगा. अगर उस वक्त को दिशा नहीं देंगे, उस वक्त को सही तरीके से इन्वेस्ट नहीं करेंगे, therefore change your vocabulary. Don't say I spend my time. Say I'm investing my time. Spend my time means फिजूल, खर्चा किया. Spending means फिजूल, गया. Investment means return. Return. You spend, you give. You invest, you look for returns. You say I spent my time, it's gone. You say I invested my time in my career, I invested my time in my studies, I invested my time in a relationship, invested my time in spirituality, I invested my time in association. There is a return. There is a return. RTI, return on investment. सीखो भाई, भाषा बदलो, नहीं तो समय का हवाई जहाज तो उड़ ही रहा है. पायलट सीट में बैठो. पायलट सीट में बैठने के बाद ना इंसान को कोई चॉइस नहीं रहता है, उड़ाना ही पड़ता है. उड़ाना ही पड़ता है. नहीं तो पैसेंजर में सीट में बैठा तो आराम है, तू उड़ा पायलट. काय करायचं कर तू.
For some more Gaur Gopal Das inspiration, check the video right there next to me. I think you'll love it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Now I'll ask you a simple question. Correct? If you practice cricket daily for 10 hours a day, at the end of 2024, will you become a Virat Kohli?